Hello, everyone. This is Fantastic Worlds, welcome back to Lovecraft Country and the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. Now, we went through the first two people on this list last time. Gotta make another note about Lacey here. Lacey, during the course of her interview, gave us three different explanations, four if you consider the throat slitting, about how her neighbor was killed. And she suggested she might have done it in one of those. Now, the situation is that I think it's more likely Lacey is this paranoid schizophrenic. She may not even have a neighbor by that name. The neighbor may not have been killed. But the whole point with me as being a psychiatrist, as far as I understand the law, because I do not know neither a lawyer nor a psychiatrist, would be that I should inform the police that she's a person of interest in this. Otherwise, I should probably just find something to dose her up with. As it comes to Jasmine, same thing. Minor schizophrenic to projecting internal lack of self-confidence onto minor hallucinations, possibly coupled with the ability, a sort of retinal problem with her inability to see static images as static. I'll explain that last episode. But we're moving on to Bryce. Now, here's the thing. Future episodes, I'm considering when we get to these lists, you can tell me which you want me to do next. Normally, I've been doing this just as an order as we're going down, but if there's a particular order that you want to do, if you want to see somebody else, I mean, right now the plan is do Bryce, Claire, because usually this is 2 per episode, Ellen, Marina, and then Nathan. But if I keep doing that, we're going to be seeing the same people in the same order. If you want to mix it up, let me know. But in the meantime, we should get back to Bryce. Okay, so let's start easy, shall we? How are you?
There's something I want to tell you about. Something else that's wrong with me.
Just one thing?
I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
Well, assuming that this isn't just a hallucination, you are actually getting an hour of freedom from the eyes of your fellow citizens. Yeah, this is something actually Plato recorded. Supposedly, Socrates talked about this, how do I put this? This analogy with the magic ring that could turn you invisible, way before Lord of the Rings, obviously. That if you had it, and you are free of the judgment of fellow people, you would become a monster. You would just give in to your worst impulses, and in the having that would destroy you. You'd be a miserable lone creature raggled in the bottom of a cave wanting fish. Socrates was ahead of his time. So he was saying it was actually a terrible thing to do. So we should all be inhibited is what he's saying. Okay, how are you, for our own sanity? Our limits are what keep us sane. How are you getting out of control?
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own.
Oh.
What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
Why would I go to a fairground? Go to a fairground? I just want to see if he's got more about this.
That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that.
I'd help people. Time stopping can do that. Anybody who's seen, Puella Magica Madoka, can't ever remember the full title on that, but you should, if you have seen that anime series about the dark side of a magical girl, yeah, you can see why time stop's powerful.
I did think, what good could I do other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
Okay, tell me about the picture.
No, sorry.
Okay. Let's see what we've gotten here, because I'm kind of not figuring out where she wants me to go with this. Right. Not patience. I want responses. Help people. What do we got?
I did think, what good could I do other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
why did you take a picture?
Not something I know about.
Okay, so let's see. Why did he steal the purse? Kind of coming with a blank here.
Yes,
Oh, wait,
I
what?
would steal too. And I have stolen.
Not exactly what I was going for.
I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird.
I'll just
The
go ahead and do
cashier
it.
would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
Mind games. I wonder what that's about. Okay, why do you steal the purse? How you get into control? Stealing bigger things.
From stealing milk, I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that.
There's that ring.
I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can.
Yeah, there
To
you go.
prove to myself, either way, my extra hour is actually real.
Okay, we still have the I'd help people one here.
I
Oh, catch up with work.
don't know.
Oh, that's not it either. Did you play tricks on people?
Moving things around and hiding things was amusing at first, when everyone was frozen. Some people would faint when things appeared from mid-air. Others would cry. Others just thought that it was there all the time and that their mind was playing tricks on them.
People are good at that.
It got boring fast, though.
Okay. Did you spy on people?
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles.
Okay, incel.
I've always wondered what she looks like naked. So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
What did you do after you took off her clothes?
I don't have anything to
crying out
say
loud.
to that.
Her. Maybe if you say Jessica. What did you do after taking off Jessica's clothes? Parsers don't usually recognize punctuation, which is why I've dropped the question marks and the apostrophes.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked.
All right, they're on your Facebook,
When I'd
aren't they?
stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Yes, that was wrong.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker.
Projection.
He made me this way. It's all his fault.
Why is it Dekker's fault? Are we just projecting? Probably put the S there.
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed.
How did Dekker change?
That's too much to think about at once. Try and break it down for me.
Ish. How did he change?
He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore.
I see.
But when he did give you advice...
What advice?
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real.
Uh-huh.
He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
Uh-huh. Tell me about Dekker. Let's see if this works again.
I dug the grave for
Okay.
Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
Was Dekker... This has got strange and interesting fast. Was Dekker's coffin empty?
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
Why would there be a decoy? Why'd you use another body?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else. Or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
I want to be buried. I don't want to miss the zombie apocalypse.
If you're buried, people can bring you back. You don't want to see people when they've come back.
Okay, that's a little ominous. Okay. What was in the coffin? He thinks it's a decoy.
I'm a bit of a professional at this grave-filling business, Doctor. I know a decoy coffin when I handle one.
Does this happen often? Oh, where are the photos? That's something we'd need to get circle around to again.
I can't delete them. I don't know why. I haven't shown them to anyone else.
So kill the phone.
Do you want to see them, Doctor?
No. No, I don't want to see them. Not getting into your incel games here.
No, of course you don't. It's just me. I'm the sick one.
Yes. But it's good to you to know that. You can work on it now. What was Dekker distracted by? We'll get back to the whole resurrection thing later.
Therapists are supposed to help you. For whatever reason, Dr. Dekker had given up the desire to cure my mind, and instead wanted to make me more unstable.
Yeah, Alderese did that to him. Great. What was the whole point of this then? Okay. How did you use your imagination? Let's see how he did this. Imagination. Am I spelling that right? Image. I think so.
Thinking I had an extra hour at the end of each day did become real for me, Doctor. Maybe Dekker was a genie, and he could grant wishes. Maybe he wished himself dead. I don't know.
Why would he want to be... Why would Dekker want to be dead? And I guess that's probably... Okay. Actually, we haven't... Did we ask Bryce about Valentine's Day? I think we did, but maybe it's something if it carries over.
I was home alone.
Of course you were.
I only live 5-minute cycle ride from here, so I could have been and gone several times.
Especially
But
during
I
your hour.
didn't. I've never been to this office outside my scheduled appointment time.
When is your... I'm kind of curious about this. It's kind of a weird time loop for us, but it must mean something for the people inside the universe. Appointment time.
I visited Dr. Dekker once a week on Tuesdays. It's my day off because I have to work half days at the weekend.
Okay. Let's see. Next. Oh, did you take another picture? Yeah, you're a pervert.
I took a picture after undressing her. I put her clothes back on before time resumed. To be honest, there wasn't much to take off and put on.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Do you know what kind of girls walk around at midnight, Doctor?
Oh, you don't blame this on her. Wait. tell me about people coming back from the dead.
Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off
Try
there.
to pay attention. Have you seen anyone come back from the dead?
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things.
True.
I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse.
What strange things have you seen?
You're laughing at me, aren't you? I said I wasn't sure if they were real.
Just asking. Jeesh. Why didn't you stop seeing Dekker?
Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was. And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway.
Well, we're going to work on that. Hopefully we'll be able to fix you. What have we got to work on here? Okay, photos, coffin, decoy, empty, resurrection. Come on, come on. Help people. How are you getting out of control? We're missing something. Ah. Did you kill someone? Or, during his hour off.
I have no idea what you want me to say.
Did you kill people?
Nope. I've got nothing.
Well, I suppose I should be glad about that. Have you destroyed anything?
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you.
There we go with the ring shit. I knew it. Where are we in this anyways? Oh, we're still red. Interesting. More stuff to give. More stuff. Like I said before, some of this may have to deal with cross sections. Okay. Oh. Did you find any more relics? Relics was a thing last time. I don't even know what it's supposed to mean. Because also I'm kind of hoping this is all because he's taken up some cursed tome or something from a crypt.
That wretched dig goes on 24/7. 25/7, if you ask me.
Haha.
Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir.
What?
He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings, going on about his dead girlfriend.
Wait.
It's amazing what you hear at the coffee machine. And I suppose that's a bonus. We're allowed to use their coffee machine while they're there.
Well, okay. Nathan? Tell me about Nathan. I guess I'm going to have to talk to Nathan about that. When we do the cross section at the end as part of the epilogue. How are you getting out of control? It's a green one, which means I'm not. Oh, wait, we're back over to her stuff, but looks like I'm missing something entirely here because there's no other link according to one of the stars going on. I was going to ask you if you've seen someone, but obviously you're not. This is a recording. You can't see anything. Don't do live streams, at least not yet. Let's see. Okay. Don't get on me, dude. Don't know what else we're supposed to be doing here. Bryce is still red, but we may have to double back and we may have to do a bonus lightning round at the end here. Like I said, if I hit walls, I'm probably going to just try to go around them and come back and do it again. Because like I said, because for example, we've got something for Nathan right now regarding the dig. But I'll probably come around in the second row and do that. God, he is so out of it. All right, but let's start with Claire now, shall we? I'll see if I can figure anything else I want to talk about. Ooh, well, she is apparently going out in the town tonight. Although it's a book, not a purse. Okay, so yeah, Claire. I probably should start with the how are you. It seems to be working.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
Oh, that's great.
I went to the lake house. I always go to the lake house anyway, but it's also where they died.
And where you buried them. Okay. Tell me about the lake house again. Still think she's the killer.
I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
Probably going for frogs. I used to do that when I was a kid. There were more frogs in the world. Okay, tell me about the girl.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
What? Why aren't... You're not going to kill her, are you? Yes, you can talk to the girl.
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human.
Ah.
So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
As long as you don't kill her or drag her out of her house. Oy.
Then I will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
Oh god, I've doomed this girl, haven't I? What did the girl say? Okay, so that did it. Okay. Tell me about David. You know, the maybe dead husband.
David wasn't there.
Oh, odd.
Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing.
That's not a good sign. I think that's important. How did your parents die?
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Uh-huh.
I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died too.
Yeah. You set it up, sealed all the places, got the car going. I know how it all came down. Okay. Oh, why was the girl sad?
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
Oh, that can't be... Wait. The dead guy. So does she have two ghosts now? Is that what's going on? Or is it your skins? Are you like trying to make a man suit? Did the girl see?
Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so the skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them. I'm sure he'll get better with practice.
I don't think I want him to practice. Do you? Dear gods. Okay, where were you on Valentine's Day?
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock?
That was the last time I saw him.
Mm-hmm. What did you talk about with Dekker?
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse.
Uh-huh.
I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As the tea.
Yeah, that's great. Oh god. Oh, if she's Amber already. The thing about Claire is we kind of finish her off fast, but say okay. So I didn't mean to say it that way. She kind of finishes quickly, but there's usually a lot more to go. Why was the girl special?
I don't know. I suppose she just reminded me of me.
Ah, narcissist.
I spent a lot of time alone as a child. She said she was trying to catch some strange creatures that she's seen in the water.
Tell me about the strange creature.
I don't know. Minnows, probably. Everything's strange when you're a child.
When did you meet David? Let's go. There's the past, shall we?
Met isn't the right word. David has always been there, in the shadows, on the periphery.
You married your lurker?
I move in very
Stalker.
exclusive circles. You tend to see the same faces.
Yeah, 1%. Tell me about exclusive.
I don't move in any circles anymore. Those people were my parents' friends, not mine.
When did your parents die? Let's get all the deals we can.
It was 12 years ago. I was still very young.
Okay, you weren't that young.
Too young to be an orphan, anyway. I had to toughen up quickly.
You were like in your 20s then. Good grief. Don't kid me about your age here. Okay, what were you doing on Valentine's night? Let's get an alibi on.
Valentine's Day night, I was at the lake house, watching David, like I always do.
Why do you watch David? Apparently okay. Why were you watching David? God damn it. ING.
He has trouble with his mental faculties and is getting worse.
Well, you stabbed him.
Yes. I watch him and make sure nothing bad happens.
You're gonna skin him, aren't you? Okay. Do you love David? Let's get really cold.
Love? Yes. I suppose I always will.
Tell me about toughening up.
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Why did you have to toughen up?
I was a young woman in possession of an enormous fortune. Lots of people, lots of men, saw that as an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Some tried to seduce me. Some thought I wanted a new daddy.
Ugh.
Most of them were the same age as my parents. And yet I'm the one here talking to you.
Okay, that was funny. Yeah, issues. If you're trying to date somebody half your age, there's an issue. Okay, tell me about the fortune. How do you spell enormous?
I see what you're trying to do, but I really don't know anything about that.
You inherited, I gotta be specific with these words, an enormous fortune.
Yes, money. Everybody wants it, but what use is it really?
Fixing problems.
Look at me. Am I happy? Am I loved? Am I living?
Are you loved?
Sorry. I don't know.
Okay, that's a random thing, but it kind of actually is work. Okay. The spare key was missing.
I'm sure I had a spare key for the lake house, but I can't find it anywhere.
Girl has it?
I don't really need one if David is around.
Where did the girl come from?
She lives on the other side of the lake. She must be new. I haven't seen her there before.
Where did the carbon monoxide come from? As if you didn't know.
I'm not sure. It was a faulty boiler, I think.
Uh-huh. Okay. Did you kill your parents?
Do you think I killed my parents?
No, I don't think you killed your parents. I have no way of knowing.
It's okay if you think I killed them. You wouldn't be the first to draw that conclusion.
It is kind of.
People can be so cynical. I'm used to it.
How? Who were your... Oh, no, sure would be tell me. Tell me about your parents' friends.
I've known David forever. It seems like he's always been in my life, one way or another. It was a family friend.
Were like an actual psychiatrist here. You close to your parents?
Yes, I loved my parents very much. They were very good parents. It was hard letting them go.
I'm making jokes about her killing them, but she just strikes me as the sort of person that could do that. But this is a game, and I'm not an actual psychiatrist, so I can't really give any conclusions here. Yeah. We kind of been having some success here. What did you talk about with Dekker? Oh, we already did that. Oh, for crying out loud. What are we missing?
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. as did he.
What offer?
Dr. Dekker was more animated that day, excited even. He talked a lot.
What was Dekker excited about?
Instead of his usual sarcasm and rebuttals, he seemed genuinely excited. Presumably he had a date.
Tell me about the date. I'm getting some bad vibes here.
There's very little I'm not willing to talk about, Doctor. But I'm afraid I don't know anything about that.
What are we looking at for her? Still Amber. What do we got? Close to your parents. There's not actually trying to... I just actually was wondering if you could talk about her killing her parents, and apparently she did. I was hoping it doesn't set anything.
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
We did that part.
I was staying at
the friend's house. Tell me about your friend.
I don't remember my friend's name. She was a girl from my school. Vicky. Charlotte. It's not really important.
Elan? No, she'd remember that one. Oh, we're green on Claire. Good. And if looking at the clock, we're at the 30-minute mark. So if there's nothing else I can think about with Bryce, I mean, let's see. We haven't got any stars here to work with, so it's got to be something. I think it's got to be cross. But why in God's name would we have... Let's see. What does he want? Ooh. I've got a strange thought about this one. Oh, do you live alone? We did mention that.
I live on my own. Occasionally I visit my father. He's in sheltered housing. Dementia.
Okay, so tell me about your father. Now remember, dementia can have a genetic component, so he could be suffering from dementia, not time skipping. I mean, if he saw the photos with Jessica, he could just be dating her and gotten the photos. Wait, do you live alone? That's done. Where are you at now? Still red. Missing. What am I missing? No, wait, that's all hers. Where are we with him? Just taking the picture. Dekker. Nothing so far. Wait. Still getting out of control.
When I first got...
Wait.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move. Because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen?
Maybe I'd kill people. See if we can get him to do this.
I don't think you would, Doctor. I don't think I would, either.
We did get a test off of him. He did have a moral rejection off that. Did that change anything? No, we're still red. I may have to, again, go with this having to be the bonus round, as we've hit about just past the 30-minute mark. And starting a whole new one with Ellen or Mariana was probably going to take too long. We did manage to suck all the stuff out of Claire yet, and we've still got a couple points left on Jasmine. So I'm going to go over to see what I can do about this. Like I said, if you want me to not to hit somebody other than Elaine and Mariana, then the combination of the two next time, let me know. We could check with Nathan and see what he knows about the dig site, because apparently Bryce has let us know he was there. So stop doing that. We have infinite amount of time. I don't have to advance a day until I want to. Okay, dude? Anyways, so until then, this is Fantastic World saying farewell from the Lovecraft Country and the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. And just to let you know that we're getting super, super close to that 150 subscriber mark, which will force me to do the Lust from Beyond demo, which apparently a whole bunch of you do want me to see. God, the numbers have gone up on that one. And I promise I will once I have the opportunity. Now, things in the United States are getting a little rough at the moment, and it's kind of affecting my schedule when it comes to doing things like recording. I mean, a lot of the recordings have been done while I've been suffering from insomnia, so there's that. But I'm going to try to get back into scheduled recording as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I'm still going to try to keep up the double things and the accidental double one last 2 episodes ago. well, 2 to 3 episodes ago. So, doing my best. Anyway, so, like I said, if you like this, like, share, subscribe. If you really like it, the link's down below to the Gumroad payment platform help me advance this. And there is a stretch goal. At the $3 from now, I will start the Secret World Legends Lore Hunter series. Now, I'm going to be creating another stretch goal after that one, but got to get to the first one, obviously. So, if you have any suggestions for what you might want, let me know. I've got a couple ideas, and I'll be bouncing them around, but considering the rate at which this is increasing, I'll have plenty of time to do that. Anyway, so see you next time.